How can you be on this jury and not uh find him guilty? To think this cop is not guilty for the murder of Breonna Taylor is pretty wild. And this is one reason why cops get away with so many crimes, because you have so many people who think cops should be able to get away with, murdering people.
The federal trial of a former Louisville police officer charged in the botched raid that killed Breonna Taylor has ended in a mistrial. Taylor, a 26-year-old black medical worker, was shot to death when police entered her home with a no-knock search warrant in March of 2020. Brett Hankinson fired 10 shots during that raid. He was accused of violating the civil rights of Taylor and others by using unreasonable force. But the jury could not reach a verdict. Roxana Saberi has more.
A mistrial is not an acquittal, and so we live another day to fight for justice for Breonna.
The family of Breonna Taylor says they are not giving up hope, even after a federal jury deadlocked on a verdict Thursday against former Louisville Metro Police Detective Brett Hankinson, who was facing 2 civil rights charges in Taylor's death. In March 2020, he was one of several Louisville police officers who raided Taylor's apartment, executing a flawed drug search warrant.
They knock on the door and say who it was. We can hear them. It's dead silent.
Kenneth Walker, Taylor's boyfriend, recalled that night in an interview with Gayle King. He said he was in the apartment and fired 1 shot at the police, striking and wounding 1 officer. He used a licensed handgun.
I know 1,000,000% sure that nobody identified themselves.
The police officers returned fire, killing Taylor.
There's somebody in there dead? Yeah, my girlfriend. It's her house.
Prosecutors argued
And it's not like any of these cops cared about actually killing a person, because most cops enjoy killing people.
Hankinson used unreasonable force, which violated the constitutional rights of Taylor, Walker, and Taylor's neighbors. Hankinson testified he fired his weapon only after he saw one of his fellow officers get shot at.
This case fundamentally...
Well, yeah, you're gonna get shot at if you break into somebody's house unannounced, especially since most people in the United States are licensed gun owners, and they have the right to defend themselves in their house.
depends on whether or not we think that the force was excessive.
CBS News legal analyst Jessica Levinson.
And what we see is the jury can't come to a conclusion. Some think that he acted as a reasonable person would in that moment. Others think he went too far.
Taylor's
How can you think that a cop just firing wildly into a house is like an okay thing to do? I mean, she was accidentally hit because the cops were just shooting randomly into whatever they could or see, because these cops are cowards.
family says prosecutors have already told them they intend to retry Hankinson.
We intend to be here when that retrial takes place.
For CBS Mornings, Roxana